High South Korean comedy drama film released in 2002. The film starred by Lim Chang, Jung Ha, Ji-won, and Joe Chaeyoung. The film that exploits the life of the college child leading to a case of criminal in life. Even this movie theater has sold more than 4 million tickets in South Korea, making it the fifth movie in 2002. More details. It is only our review of the story. At the beginning of this film begins with Silly of John, who became the main root. On this film was shown by holding rats and accidentally, the rat was eaten because accident. Ally hand was driven by the door that resulted in mice to go into his mouth. Next time at lunch a man accidentally, the instinct on his forehead appeared. After seeing the thighs of a woman who was sexy. After that moment a look at Siska realized it. And the film strips of the film begins. Sin moves to a train carriage. Where did Siska be chatting with friends? There is a copet standing right behind Siska who is funny main in his ass. At the same time John, who suddenly stood behind the Siska, was unconscious that his cassava stuck with Siska. Because it is very annoyed without thinking, Siska immediately bundles Joni's ballistic missile, which resulted in his dinosaur's eggs. Since that incident, Joni quietly puts the heart to Siska. As an apology, Joni requests permission to borrow the room, which used ballet exercises. Siska forces Joni and the friends to practice martial arts. After a few moments Joni and his cards could practice together with the ballet group. Finished practicing, Joni's friends told that later, night, would invite to the club with Siska's women. After arriving the club night, Joni and Siska with friends are enjoying the dream's music. Being a Tarab, there is a handsome man to pay attention to Siska who is in the morning. The man was named Ola. Soon held Ola came to Siska. So that night, Ola was thoroughly with Siska. The next day of Ola's boyfriend, who knows that night that Siska and Ola dating, go directly to Siska who is bailing exercises without taking a word. He just immediately slapped Siska because he did not receive slapped. Siska then turned out to slap the woman. The disappointment with Ola, Siska cried in the place, then Ola came to Siska. Ola tried to convince his feelings to Siska. Finally Ola managed to convince the Siska. Since then, they both dating, and the next day of Ola and Siska attended a party. Finished the party ended, Siska was escorted to return the same as Ola to his dorm room. Because of the situation and circumstances support, Ola invites Siska to grow crops. The next days passed them both with happy, as the world belonging to both. Back again to Joni, knowing that next week is Siska's birthday. Joni wanted to give a very special gift, but because there was no money. Joni and friends so male entertainer aunt. And the result is bled to a ring that has been desired by Siska. While the Siska ballet exercises with its instructors are considered less so satisfactory, and at the soothes movement, the Suska Stones feels pain, it causes his training to be less maximal. Arriving in the dorm, Siska immediately took the pregnancy test tool, and so surprised, it was the result of Siska positive pregnant. After knowing that he was pregnant, Siska immediately told Ola to ask the accountability of his actions. Instead of being held responsibility, Ola also blamed Siska why can be positive pregnant. Because Ola is not ready to become a father, Ola is not a solution to abort the children in the womb. The day was the day of the Siska's birthday. Joni with friends has set up a surprise for Siska. But because of the situation of such Siska, not the delighted to be surprising from Joni. But it is angry with friends. And consider it all not funny, and not a snippet. In fact it gets such a treatment. Joni was disappointed. The next day Siska called and intends to invite the meditation to abort its content. Finally his Siski is round to abort its content. After the process of the obstructed is complete, Siska greatly regrets the act. And see Joni who is always faithfully accompany him. Finally the Siska's heart began to open for Joni. Because it sees the conditions of the Siska that are not yet normal, it is necessary to take care. It requires a great cost. Fina. Joni had initiative to sell more rings he bought at a price that did not match the price of the laugh. Joni dedicated his back camps to be brought up to the needs of Siska, post-obstacle. Furthermore, Joni decided to take care of maintaining and keeping the condition of Siska soon recovering and until healed can be reactive. Continue to the next story. Jolens and Bistful group of Mithames and Siska. Invited to follow the national championships will be broadcast directly on national TV. He heard such a news, Siska intends to participate in the held. Although the condition is not 100% recover. After performing in the race, Siska immediately run to the toilet. Because Joni knows Siska conditions that has not been 100% healing, resulting in Joni very worried. And finally Joni found Siska's most and helpless. With blood covered and finally Siska had to be treated at the hospital. After hearing that he was treated at home, his mother came to visit. And when I know that his daughter bleeding for abortion, Siska's mother is very angry with him and accused Joni who proshed his daughter, and did not want to be responsible. After healed he began to open his heart to Joni. Then Siska came the Ostrar of the Joni dorm. And say that during this time that really loves with the Salter heart, is the prince of Joni. Finally Joni and Siska began to be a lover. And the movie story ended.